For years, you have heard the same advice about belly fat: eat less, move more, count every calorie. People say the fat will disappear if you just try harder, but for most people, that never happens. They feel hungry all the time. They feel exhausted, and after all that effort, the belly fat refuses to budge. The real issue is not lack of willpower. It is not laziness. Belly fat is not simply about calories. It is about hormones, particularly one hormone called insulin. When insulin stays high, your body remains stuck in storage mode. It does not matter how clean your diet looks. It does not matter how many hours you spend at the gym. High insulin tells your body to store fat, not burn it. That is why eating less is not the answer. Eating differently is. Your body already has plenty of stored energy waiting to be used. The problem is that it cannot access it. Fat is not useless weight sitting on your belly. Fat is stored fuel. Once the right signal appears, your body knows exactly how to use it. This is not about shortcuts or extreme routines. It is about understanding how your body actually works. Your body follows a natural biological rhythm. When you fight against it, fat stays. When you work with it, fat begins to disappear. For decades, people believed belly fat came from eating too many calories. The idea sounded logical. Reduce food intake, increase movement, fat should burn away. But reality told a different story. People followed this advice religiously and still stayed stuck. They felt hungry all the time. Their waistlines barely changed. The missing piece was not effort. It was biology. The real driver of belly fat is insulin. Insulin controls how your body handles energy. Every time you eat, insulin rises. It helps move sugar from your blood into your cells. This is completely normal. The problem starts when insulin never gets a chance to drop. Frequent meals, constant snacks, processed foods, all of these keep insulin high all day long. When that happens, fat cells lock their doors. Stored energy cannot come out. Let me give you a real example. Think about Sarah, a typical office worker. She wakes up and eats cereal with orange juice. Insulin spikes. 2 hours later, she grabs a coffee with a muffin. Insulin spikes again. By lunch, she eats a sandwich with chips. Another spike. Mid-afternoon brings a granola bar. Evening arrives with pasta for dinner. Before bed, maybe some ice cream. Count them. That is 6 to 7 insulin spikes in one day. Her body never enters fat-burning mode. Not even for an hour. This explains why some people eat fewer calories and still do not lose belly fat. Their hormones are running the show, not their calorie count. When insulin stays high, your body focuses on storing energy. Burning fat becomes impossible. Scientists from Harvard Medical School published research showing that insulin levels, not just calorie intake, determine where your body stores fat. The study tracked thousands of people over 15 years. Those with constantly elevated insulin accumulated significantly more belly fat, even when eating the same number of calories as others. Think of insulin like a switch in your home. When it is on, fat storage is active. When it turns off, fat burning begins. Modern eating habits keep that switch on almost all the time. Breakfast at 7, snack at 10, lunch at noon, sweet coffee at 3, dinner at 7, dessert at 9. There is no break. Insulin stays elevated from morning to night. The body becomes excellent at storing fat and terrible at burning it. Belly fat builds up because that area is especially sensitive to insulin. Belly fat is more than appearance. It reflects deeper metabolic problems. High insulin leads to visceral fat. This fat surrounds your internal organs like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. It increases inflammation throughout your body. It worsens insulin resistance. Then your body produces even more insulin to compensate. The cycle feeds itself. This is why cutting calories alone rarely fixes the problem. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that visceral belly fat releases inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. These chemicals interfere with how your body responds to insulin, creating a vicious cycle that makes losing fat progressively harder. To lose belly fat, insulin sensitivity must improve. That starts with reducing constant insulin spikes. What you eat matters tremendously. When you eat matters just as much. Your body does not need food every few hours. When you give it breaks between meals, insulin drops. Fat-burning hormones rise. stored fat becomes available for energy. This is why people often see fast results when they space out meals or reduce refined carbs. They are not just eating less, they are changing the internal signal inside their body. Quick pause here. If this explanation is making sense so far, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss videos that could transform your health. Alright, refined carbohydrates are the biggest insulin triggers. Sugar, white flour, packaged snacks. These foods turn into glucose very fast. Blood sugar rises sharply. Insulin spikes dramatically. Over time, the body becomes less responsive. Insulin resistance develops. Fat storage increases. Let me paint a picture. Imagine eating a bagel for breakfast. Within 30 minutes, your blood sugar shoots up like a rocket. Your pancreas releases a flood of insulin to handle it. But 2 hours later, your blood sugar crashes. You feel tired, foggy, and hungry again. So you reach for another snack. The cycle repeats. By the end of the day, you have ridden this blood sugar roller coaster 5 or 6 times. Your body never had a chance to burn fat. Compare this to eating eggs with avocado and vegetables. Blood sugar rises gently, insulin stays moderate, energy remains stable for 4 to 5 hours. No crash, no urgent hunger. Your body can actually access stored fat for fuel. Whole foods change this response. Meals with protein, fiber, and natural fat slow digestion. Blood sugar stays stable, insulin stays lower. Healthy fats from olive oil, nuts, and avocados barely raise insulin at all. This allows your body to stay in fat-burning mode even after eating. A study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that people eating the same calories but from different sources had dramatically different results. The group eating whole foods with healthy fats lost 60% more belly fat than the group eat processed foods. Despite identical calorie intake, exercise helps, but it cannot override poor hormonal signals. Movement improves insulin sensitivity, but if diet keeps insulin high, progress stays limited. This is why many people train hard and still carry belly fat. They exercise in a fat-storing environment. They are trying to empty a bathtub while the faucet keeps running. Once you understand insulin, fat loss makes sense. It stops being about punishment. It becomes about conditions. When insulin stays low enough for long enough, your body shifts fuel sources. It moves from burning sugar to burning fat. The stubborn belly fat finally begins to shrink. When you stop eating for several hours, something important happens. Your body does not panic. It does not shut down. It switches fuel sources. Insulin drops. Fat stores open. Fat becomes energy. This is completely natural. Humans evolved this way. Our ancestors did not eat every few hours. Food availability came and went. The body adapts by storing energy and then burning it. Modern habits removed this cycle. Constant eating broke the system. When insulin stays low, another hormone rises. Glucagon. Glucagon releases stored energy. The liver turns fat into ketones. Ketones fuel the brain and body efficiently. This is true fat burning. Think about when you sleep. After dinner at 7, you do not eat again until breakfast at 7. That is 12 hours. During those 12 hours, insulin drops. Your body burns fat while you sleep. This is why people who stop eating 3 hours before bed often see better results. They extend that natural fasting window even longer. Fasting does not force anything. It simply removes the signal to store fat. Each snack or sugary drink interrupts this process. Even small amounts of food can stop fat burning. That is why longer gaps between meals matter. As your body adapts, metabolism becomes flexible. Energy stabilizes, hunger fades, mental clarity improves. You stop feeling controlled by food. Your body uses its own fuel. People describe feeling liberated when this happens. They realize they can go hours without eating and actually feel better, not worse. Fasting also activates autophagy. This is your body's cellular cleaning process. Old damaged cells get recycled. Inflammation drops. Hormones improve. Lower insulin means lower inflammation. Fat becomes easier to mobilize. Research from the University of Southern California shows that even a 16-hour fast activates significant autophagy, helping remove damaged proteins and cellular debris. Many people fear fasting because they believe it slows metabolism. Short fasts actually increase fat breakdown hormones. growth hormone rises significantly. Muscle mass is preserved better than with constant calorie cutting. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that growth hormone increased by up to 500% during a 24-hour fast. What matters most is rhythm. Find a pattern that lets insulin fall regularly. Skip late night eating. Try a shorter eating window. The goal is consistent fat burning time. Constant snacking and processed carbs are major barriers. Every bite raises insulin. The body never enters burn mode. Most people do not realize how often insulin spikes during their day. Breakfast carbs at 7, sugary coffee at 10, lunch bread at noon, afternoon snack at 3, dinner rice at 7, dessert at 9, no break. Fat-burning hormones stay suppressed all day and night. Processed carbs also cause blood sugar crashes, energy spike, then drops. Cravings appear, more carbs follow, insulin resistance grows stronger. You become trapped in a cycle that feels impossible to break. Breaking the cycle starts with real food. Protein, fiber, natural fats. Meals become genuinely satisfying. Hunger stays controlled. Insulin drops between meals naturally. Processed foods lack fiber and nutrients. They give fast energy and fast hunger. Whole foods slow digestion. Blood sugar stays steady. Cravings fade. You eat because your body needs fuel, not because chemicals in processed food trigger artificial hunger. Snacking is another problem. Every snack raises insulin. Fat burning needs longer gaps. Fewer meals work better for most people. Try eating just 2 or 3 times per day instead of 5 or 6. Give your body 4 to 5 hours between meals. Watch how your energy improves. The solution is simple. Stop feeding insulin all day. Give your body time. Fat loss becomes natural. Food quality matters more than calorie math. Healthy fats stabilize hormones. Processed carbs disrupt them. Natural fats support energy and fullness. They do not spike insulin. They help train your body to burn fat efficiently. Olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, fatty fish. These foods send the right signals. Whole foods provide fiber and nutrients. Hunger regulates itself. Hormones reset naturally. Your body starts working with you instead of against you. Protein protects muscle and boosts metabolism. Balanced meals prevent overeating. When you eat enough protein with each meal, you stay satisfied for hours. Low-fat diet foods often contain sugar and refined grains. They spike insulin dramatically. They increase hunger. Companies remove fat and add sugar to make food taste good. You end up hungrier and fatter. Inflammation also plays a role. Processed foods increase it. Natural fats and vegetables reduce it. Chronic inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, making fat loss harder. When inflammation drops, insulin sensitivity improves. Fat loss becomes easier. Your body stops fighting against itself. Lifestyle matters too. Sleep, stress, hydration, all affect hormones in powerful ways. Poor sleep raises cortisol, your stress hormone. Insulin sensitivity drops. Hunger hormones go out of balance. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night have 30% higher insulin levels than those who sleep 8 hours. Imagine Mark, who sleeps only 5 hours nightly because of work stress. Even though he eats well, his body produces excess cortisol. This cortisol signals his body to store belly fat as protection against perceived danger. His metabolism slows. Fat burning becomes nearly impossible. When he finally commits to 7 hours of sleep, belly fat starts dropping without any diet changes. Stress raises cortisol. Belly fat increases. The body stores energy under stress as a survival mechanism. Managing stress helps fat loss significantly. Gentle movement, breathing exercises, time outdoors. These are not luxuries. They are necessities for fat loss. Hydration supports metabolism. Dehydration slows fat burning. Thirst often feels like hunger. Many people eat when they actually need water. Drinking water before meals also improves insulin sensitivity. According to research from the European Journal of Nutrition, sleep, stress control, and hydration work together. When these improve, hormones balance. Fat loss accelerates. Fat loss is about rhythm, eating, fasting, activity, rest. Your body thrives on predictable patterns. Late-night eating disrupts insulin and sleep. Daytime eating works better with your natural circadian rhythm. Time-restricted eating matches human biology.
It creates daily fat-burning cycles that your body recognizes and responds to. Consistent routines stabilize hormones. Random eating confuses them. When you eat at roughly the same times each day, your body anticipates meals and regulates hunger hormones appropriately. When you live in sync with your body, fat loss stops being a struggle. Your body does what it was designed to do. You stop fighting against millions of years of evolution. Belly fat fades not because you force it through willpower, but because the environment finally allows it. You create the conditions for success. If you found this video helpful, here is what I want you to do right now. First, smash that like button so this video reaches more people who need to hear this truth. Second, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss future videos about health, fat loss, and living better. Third, drop a comment below telling me your biggest takeaway from this video, or what aspect of insulin and belly fat you want me to explain in more detail. I read every comment and your questions help me create better content. And here is a bonus tip: start with just one change this week. Maybe skip the late night snack. Maybe go 4 hours between lunch and dinner without snacking. Maybe replace your morning cereal with eggs. Pick one thing, master it, then add another. Small changes create big results when they change your hormones. Remember, your body is not broken. You are not lazy. You just needed the right information. Now you have it. Use it. Share it. Transform your health. I will see you in the next video.